Oh, child. Forgive the eyeliner. I don't know. What the hell was I doing? What the? Hold on. Girl! What was going on over here? Okay, because I was like, girl, what was I doing? I'm telling you, how I look in a mirror is totally different than what I look like on here. Child, thank God this ain't 4K. Lord knows what y'all would catch. Lord knows what y'all would catch. Shout out to my hair that's still very dirty. It needs to be washed. I still cannot find an aloe vera leaf. And that is what I use to help me detangle my hair. And yeah, I'm struggling. Please let me know where I can find an aloe vera plant or leaf in California because everybody seems to be out. There's a shortage on aloe vera leaves now in Cali, of all places. Keep me in your praise. I may go to Home Depot tomorrow. Anyway, how are you guys? How are you guys? Twisted Peppermint. Shout out to Twisted Peppermint. Oh, Winter Candy Apple. Let's get into it. How are you all, family? How are we doing? Bam, bam. How are we doing? What's up, Judley? Hey, baby. What's up, love like you are? Hey, Amber. Amber said, let's get into the things. Yes. What's up, Coos Girly? Hey, Brenda. Hey, Sly Cat. What's up, Connie? Hey, XO Miss Sanchez. How are we doing? What's up, Stella? Stella said, I finally made a live. Hello, Mother Star. Hello, Stella. Hey, Angie. Angie said, I didn't even watch the episode yet, but damn it, I refuse to miss the NikkiStar Live. Thank you for being here. Hey, Daphne. Hey, Soso Seth. Soso Seth said, hi, Nikki. I'm in Cali for the weekend. San Francisco, baby. The San Francisco Bay Area. Oh, I like San Francisco. I really, really do. I actually, I don't want to mention it because it's not up yet, but I actually took a trip to Napa, and you'll see more about that on my new channel. Sorry, I had to something else took priority. So for right now, I gotta put the channel on pause because for the next 2 days I gotta handle this business. But I on my Napa trip, because San Francisco is so close, my family and I went to San Francisco for the day and had a really good time. We had a really good time. I want to go back for a few more days when it gets a bit warmer. But I love me some San Francisco. Miss Sanchez said, I got my apple cider and ready for a good time. I actually am not drinking anything today because I am so full. I had a salad and a chocolate banana smoothie. I made it with almond milk, honey, bananas, cacao powder, and chocolate protein and almond milk. Really, really good. But I am full, girl. Full. I didn't even finish the smoothie. I think it's, since I've changed like my eating habits, I get full really, really quickly, which I guess is a good thing. Which I guess is a good thing. See what happens when you stop eating empty calories? What's up, Alicia? Hey, Irene. Irene said, Nikki, did you try Food City? Thank you. Food City. What's that? What's Food City? And is it in Cali? What's Food City? I don't think we have a Food City. Is it a Cali based market or whatever? What is it? And nothing really comes up like this. Their company page comes up. What is Food City? Yeah, I don't think we have one in this area. Change store. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a store. I need a freaking Aldi. There's an Aldi in Burbank. Let me try Burbank tomorrow. Because, right? There's an Aldi in Burbank. Yeah. Let me try Aldi tomorrow. Maybe, they got two. Oh, this is Tennessee. Yeah, we don't. There's none in my area. No, Kimberly, no. So sorry. Something came up, and I have since yesterday, and that it's my priority. I have to get it out before Monday. So I literally stopped everything that I was doing for me and started working on that because me got a life outside of YouTube. Okay, I apologize for that accent, for whatever that accent was supposed to be. uh yes, Brenda, please tell us all about it when you go. I cannot wait. Oh, and it's a day after my birthday. Celebrate for me. Celebrate for me. Oh, a strawberry and blueberry smoothie. Work. Work. Yeah, Irene, no food city. No food city. But I'm gonna try Aldi. It's a new Aldi actually that they just opened in Burbank. I'm going to try that. Speaking of stores opening in Burbank, Raising Cane's. When the hell are you opening in Burbank? I wanted to go there today, but they're not open. They're still hiring. I was actually going to sign up to work there just so I can get that place open so I can get my sweet tea. I love me some Raising Cane's. Hey, Ann, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know. I don't know. What since I've lived here, every Aldi, is it Aldi's? Oh, wait, that's what black people call it, Aldi's. Is it Aldi? I think it's just Aldi. I don't see an S, but I'm black. So Aldi's, every market that I have been to out here sells aloe vera leaf. Aloe vera leaves. So or leaves, aloe vera leaves. Because I'm trying to I'm noticing now the way I pronounce things because somebody left a comment. I guess they deleted it because they thought it was rude. A little bit. But they were telling me how I add syllables and S's to things. And I was like, well, I'm black. That's, how we pronounce things no matter where we're from. Well, Black American. So I'm very conscious of that now. I don't care, but I'm just very conscious of it. So yeah, I suspect they would have an aloe vera leaf. I suspect because every market out here sells, aloe vera leaves or plants. So I'm suspecting. I could be wrong, but I've went to every store. I've went to Ralph's. I've went to Whole Foods. I went to Trader Joe's. I'm going to go to the Mexican market in my hood called S&K. I want to go check to see if they have it. If they don't have it, I don't know what to do. I'm just maybe Lowe's, maybe Home Depot. I'm going to have to do something about it because that is the only way I can detangle my hair. I've tried so many detanglers, aloe vera gel, fresh, because I've tried a store-bought aloe vera gel, fresh aloe vera gel, blended and drained and mixed in with some avocado oil is the best detangler ever for me. I've tried so many things. That's the only thing that works. So this is why my hair is kind of giving full force because I can't do anything about it. Happy birthday, so Steph. Happy birthday. You know what we got to do. You know what we got to do. You know the vibes. Happy birthday to you. Turn your volume down because I'm going to have to belt this next part. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Told you. That's the only way I can get them notes. That was barely hitting those. Pray for me. I haven't, done the vocal training in a very long time. I gave it up. I used to do all that singing stuff, but then my little sister, she's a singer and I heard how she sings and I'm like, oh, that's what it sounds like when it's good. Yeah, I'm going to keep my singing for play. That's what a real singing sounds like. So happy birthday, so Steph. Happy birthday. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Hey, Renee. Renee said my daughter uses that mixture. It detangles and defines her curls. Yep. I use it for both. I use it to detangle. I also use it to define, but it's the only thing that has worked for my hair. My hair has gotten used to it, so I don't want to defer from that. So my hair has been in this state of dry curls for the last few days because I cannot find an aloe vera leaf. At this point, I'm just going to just get a plant and put it in my front. Um, I won't call it a yard. It's like my balcony, but we have like foliage on the side. I'm just gonna put it there because I can't go through this again. I cannot. What's up, sup people? Hey, Santino. Santino said, "Aldi, baby, we love dills over here." I'm so late to the game regarding those chocolate chip cookies from the bakery at Whole Foods. That brown butter chocolate is everything. Glory, glory. I love Whole Foods Bakery. I absolutely love their bakery. Whenever I get a smoothie, I'm always leaving with a croissant or a Mexican wedding cookie. Delicious. Delicious. It's great. Who said it's great for your skin? Yes, Jelly. It's also great for your skin too. I use it more in the summertime. I've learned that out here in Cali, especially during the summer. Always put that on my skin like right after I wash it, because it just really helps. Really, really helps bring the shine back, bring the plumpiness back to my skin. It's like Mother Nature's collagen, if you will. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Makes sense though. Makes sense. Okay, so people, thank you. Some people said aloe doesn't get flies, just don't overwater. Yeah, I think that's what I might do. Janice, stay tuned. I did a whole video about that. That will be on the second channel. Give me till Monday. Yeah, give me no. If I can get my project out before Sunday, expect it on Monday. But I did a whole video about that, about how much I use. Pretty much a full aloe vera leaf, blended, strained, and then I put it in a jar. It's like a half, like a third of avocado oil and aloe vera, a third, just about. But yeah, I do a whole video about that so you can see how I make it. If you're interested. Walmart. Oh gosh, I avoid Walmart at all costs. Well, especially the one in my area. Scary, but I've never been to a Walmart that's not scary, and it's always overcrowded. I've been avoiding that place since the pandemic because it's always overcrowded. But I may get in there if I cannot find an aloe vera leaf by Monday morning. I'm just going to have to go over there as soon as they open and get one if they have it. Oh wait, can I get it delivered? Walmart has them in the produce section for $1 for a big leaf. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. If I can get that delivered, baby. Do I want that maple syrup? Not really, because I'm not going to be eating that. Hold on. I'm just trying to see how much this shipping is. Oh, oh, pick up. Can I pick up? Ooh. Oh my gosh! I just ordered an aloe vera leaf. Okay. it. I do not know why I didn't think about that. I just ordered it for pickup. I'll pick it up tomorrow morning at Whole Foods. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you all for walking me through it. And I don't have to go to Walmart. Wow, that was easy. Now we can start this review. Irene said, parents boil aloe vera in water and drink it. Very bitter, but it's good for your body. I used to do that. It was just way too bitter for me. I used to put it in my smoothies, and my smoothies would have an aftertaste. So now I just put it in my hair and on my skin. That should be enough. Black Lavender said, Stan said it's more than one fish in the sea. He doesn't care if Lisa leaves. The fact that he has options. Wow. Hey, Marianne. Marianne said, hey, Nikki. Hey, family. I'm late, but I'm here. You're right on time. Some people said they have aloe. They have aloe in every house in Haiti. The old people say it keeps away evil. God, do I love an older person. They just have everything. Everything. I'm telling you, if my grandmother was still with us, I would not be dealing with this. I would be like, oh, I need aloe vera. She'd be like, oh, come on, I'm growing something in my backyard. Like, she just had everything. Jasmine said, I don't have a car. I always do Walmart delivery. Is it worth it? Let me know. I did Walmart delivery last year because it was a pandemic and I was not going into that store. It was fine. I didn't have any issues, but it just wasn't something that I kept up. Is it something that, since you do it all the time, Jasmine, is it worth your while? Like, do you think that that's something that maybe we should invest in as well? And is it like expensive? Let me know. Because when I did it, it was Black Friday. So I got my shipping free for the items that I bought. Hey, Breezy with the fro. Breezy said, I miss Cali. I was stationed out there, but moved back to Georgia. Should have stayed. Oh, I will say the weather's great. The weather's great. If I wasn't out here for the industry, I think I would enjoy it more. I think I would enjoy it more. Love you too, Daphne. Thank you for joining me. Missy said, nothing like a NikkiStar Live. Entertaining, informative, and bonding. Yes, it's the best way to describe it, Missy. I think I might put that in my headline. Oh, God. I might put that in my headline. Okay. I'll look into that, Jasmine, because seriously, guys, I used to, let me tell you something. I used to be a brick and mortar hoe. I loved going into the stores and just like talking to people, interacting. I don't know, maybe it's from my retail days. I just really enjoyed going into the store. But since the pandemic, I've been doing like a lot of delivery and I just haven't gone back. I haven't gone back. The only stores I go to at this point is, you got to go to the market. So the market, Costco, Target, because Target is basically my corner store, and Marshalls and Home Goods and TJ Maxx, because I'm never giving that up. But other than that, I don't go into any more stores. That used to be my thing. I don't do that anymore. The pandemic has changed me. I don't know if that's for the better. I don't know if that's for the better. Hey, Black Lavender. Black Lavender said, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Black Lavender. Let's get into this review. I will say this about this episode. This episode was heavy. It got so heavy on me. Yeah. Like very heavy. Very heavy to the point where I was just like, what am I going to talk about? Seriously, I was like, how am I going to make a lot of this funny? Because this episode was really, really heavy. And listen, I know that things happen and, you have to tell the story. I'm not saying that this show shouldn't. I'm saying we got to work on the editing, right? There was a lot of trauma in this episode. You got to think about the audience. Because we took in a lot of trauma tonight. A lot of trauma. I was like, oh my God, this is love at the lockup. I mean, I'm always like screaming and, laughing, crying, watching these episodes. Today, I did a little chuckle, but it was a couple tears. And I'm like, ooh, how are we going to get some jokes out of this one? I'm going to do my best. But this episode was heavy. I was like, ooh, this episode was heavy and Brittany and Marcelina were not on it. Could you imagine if Brittany and Marcelina was on this episode? I would have canceled the live. I would have been like, I'm going to be in prayer for a minute. I'm also going to watch some Disney Channel, something to lift my spirits up a bit. But my God, today, we're going to get some jokes off. Bear with me. Won't be a lot because what was there to like really laugh about today? It was heavy. It was really, really, really heavy. Hey, Dorcia said, Nikki, you're going to have the peanut butter soap with smoked duck and smashed squash. New York matinee, call it a playful but mysterious little dish. You'll love it. Peanut butter soup. I was like, so what in the troll is going on? Peanut butter soup with smoked duck and smashed squash. That absolutely sounds delicious, but I can't ingest peanuts. I can't. If I have peanuts, that'll be my last life. I cannot do it. So, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me, but your girl can't do it. Anyway, let's get into this review. Amber and Puppy. You know what we need to explore? And I wonder, let me know, because you guys are so smart. You probably have heard about this already. You probably have some information and some links. If you do, put it in the comment section below. But we really have to explore how people, some, not all, are able to switch or explore an opposite sexuality of how they identify when they are intoxicated, right? Because watching Amber, whenever I've seen or we've witnessed Amber make any kind of pass at Puppy, she's always been intoxicated. Never sober. When Amber is straight, she's sober. When Amber goes gay, she is deeply intoxicated. And when she's incarcerated as well, she tends to, flirt on the other side of the sexual spectrum. So I think that, I don't know if there's been a study on that, but I've noticed that. I'm like, because in this episode where Puppy is trying to get Amber to bed safely, like Amber's trying to get naked in front of her, get her in the bed. And I'm like, Amber, when you sober up, you will not have any kind of desire for Puppy. Your coochie will not pulsate for her. But when you got a little bit of Four Loko in your system, baby, you are ready. You ready to scissor, right? Right? And the only reason why I thought about that is because I have a couple of friends, right? Couple of gay friends. I don't know why I whisper gay. Child. I had a couple of gay friends who, when they get intoxicated, they love making out with a woman. I have one in particular who I'm always like, please, please stay out of vagina, right? When he is sober, he is straight. But baby, no, when he's sober, he is gay, okay? All colors of the rainbow. But when he drinks, he be taking them women down. I'm telling you, not a vagina is safe when he gets some drinks in him. I'm like, how do you do that? But it's something that happens when he ingests alcohol. It happens every time, to the point where I was just like, it's going to look like you're leading this woman on. Stop having sex with her drunk. You know what I mean? Like, see how you feel sober. If you still feel like that, then explore it. But you only seem to want to smash when you're drunk. Very interesting. I don't know what that's called, but I'm noticing it in Amber, and I've seen it in several friends, particularly this one that I'm speaking about now. I'm telling you, like, it's when he got a drink in him. You know, as soon as he gets a drink in him, if there's any straight woman at a gay bar, watch out! Here he comes, child. So I'm like, what is that? What is that? That needs to be explored. That needs to be explored because as soon as Amber sobers up, she's not going to want nothing to do with Puppy. And again, I'm so proud of Puppy. Not only was she the sober one, she also turned down all of Amber's advances because she was like, this woman is not gay. I'm not going to let her play with my heart. I will say, are we playing up that your boyfriend Puppy is abusive? I hope that that's not like the storyline that he's abusive, because when he was asking her about what happened with her and Puppy, her and Amber, she was just like, "Oh, nothing happened. I'm not gonna talk to you about it no more." And then the camera like zoomed in on him, giving her this like sadistic side eye, and I'm like, What's about to happen? You know what I mean? I had to hold my breath for a second because I'm like, well, what is he about to do? Let's move away from that. Let's move away from that if that's a storyline that's being played. If that is reality, get Puppy out of there. Life after Lockup, get her out of that situation. Like, why are you filming this? That made me a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe because I've been binge watching the IG channel all day. Maybe that's it as well. I had a couple of See No Evil and American Monster episodes to catch up on. So maybe I could be reading too much into it, but I just did not like how the camera zoomed in on him looking at her. I'm like, what? What is that going to lead into? Ugh, if y'all playing this for a storyline, dead it tonight. How does alcohol do that? I mean, I don't drink, right? But I did accidentally ingest a margarita. No, it's not a margarita. What is that thing called? It's sweet and it's like a water ice, like an icy. It's like shaved ice, but it's a drink. Pina colada. Pina colada. My sister and I, we were at this Caribbean restaurant. We both ordered pina coladas. I got the virgin pina colada and she had the unvirgin, the hoe pina colada. But they gave me her pina colada. And I didn't, because the drink was so sweet, I didn't know that it was rum in there. I just knew that it had like a bitter taste, but it was served in a pineapple. So I thought that the pineapple wasn't right. That's what the bitterness was. I didn't know that it was rum. So by the end of the night, I was feeling a little loopy, to the point where I could hear my mom and my sister saying, Nikki, shut up. I got annoying. So when I get some drinks in me, I guess I get annoying. And, I don't know if that is what rum does, but my stomach, I had some issues for the next 24 hours with that rum. So I don't know if alcohol does that to you or if that's just rum. Whatever it was, listen, what I won't tell you what happened, but I will say I lost a good 3 pounds after adjusting that whole pina colada. So maybe, it has different effects on people, but for me, I guess I get annoying. But for others, it brings out the opposite. It either brings out your straight hoe or your gay hoe. That needs to be studied. Let's get into Lacey, Shane, and John. Lacey showed up to this counseling session, this couples counseling session, and chose violence. This solidified for me that, when I'm in a relationship and we want to do counseling, we are both going to have to research somebody together and find somebody that works for the both of us. Because it seems like, I don't know, it could have been a lot more that was left on the cutting room floor. So we didn't get the full spectrum of what happened in that counseling session. But it seemed like that counselor was Lacey's best friend. It really, really did, because I don't know how she listened to everything that Lacey said and somehow after that made Shane the problem. Lacey chose violence as soon as the lady asked a question about how everything is going. Lacey's like, yeah, I wish I never had a child with him. No, I don't love him anymore. I can't stand him. I don't want to be married to him anymore. I'm done. Like, she just went in on reading Shane. And I'm like, first of all, where's the counselor? Because I would have been like, hold on, this is our first session. Let's dial it back. How are you? Can you introduce yourself to me? Let's start there. She went right into not wishing that she had a baby with somebody else. And I think the somebody else was John. I felt like she said that to him, but Shane, being a good husband that he is, didn't want to hurt her feelings or embarrass her on TV like she's embarrassing him, didn't give the name. But when he said that she wished she had the baby with somebody else, I felt like the guy that she wished she had a baby with was John. And I honestly feel like Lacey is not going to stop until she has a baby by John. I think she absolutely regrets her youngest child not being his, and something in her is going to make sure that she fixes that situation and gives that man a child. I feel like she's not going to be satisfied until she gives John a baby. She might not end up with him, but I think she will not be satisfied until she gives John a baby. So anyway, she like right away blurts out that she just don't want to be with Shane anymore. And I get, Lacey, maybe you need to retell this different, but I'm getting some homophobia. I'm getting some homophobia in the way you talk about Shane entertaining men for money or sexual favors, right? Because the way you talk about it, and the counselor, your bestie, picked up on it too. Because she was just like, are you mad that he is cheating on you? Or are you mad that he's cheating on you with men? I think it's the latter. I think you're mad that he's possibly cheating on you with men. But Shane keeps on saying it's OnlyFans. And she was like, well, no, that's your OnlyFans. And I did not see anything like that. So what are you saying, Shane? Girl, what do you want? You put the man on OnlyFans. He blew up, started to do really well. It seems like he does really well with men. So that is where he is spending a lot of his time, because those are his loyal customers. That is his fan base. So why wouldn't he stay within the pool that feeds the whole family? I feel like, without saying it, she's trying to make it seem like either Shane is gay or bi. To that, I say, why are you trying to out your husband on national TV? It's weird. It's very weird, because it's giving a tinge homophobia, and then you're like trying to possibly out this man. I don't know. I was just like, girl, y'all need to find another storyline, because I feel like this is going to get messy and problematic real quick. So let's find another storyline, because constantly going into, now he's talking to men, he's getting money from men for sexual favors. I've seen it, Chan. I've seen it. What are you mad about, really? Is it the cheatation or is it the men? Which one? Because you seem like you can overlook that cheating. Well, that cheating with a man, that just crosses the line. Honey, cheating is cheating, no matter who it's with. Like, wouldn't you just be upset? Like, how would you even get to him cheating with men before you get to him cheating? Like, how do you jump over that and be like, oh my goodness, sweet, you were cheating with a man? That's where I draw the line. Really? Why is that? Do we want to explore? No, we don't. And you shouldn't, because you're going to mess up the money if you explore why you have such a problem with that. Because your bestie, the counselor, asked you, what are you more mad about? You never answered. Drop this storyline, honey. It's not going to work out for you. It's not going to work out well for you. New Mommy D, thank you for the super chat. New Mommy D said, I feel so bad for Shane. I think he's depressed, and Lacey belittles him so bad. I could cry watching him. Thank you so much, New Mommy D, for a super chat. Listen, you're right on the money. Lacey is verbally abusive to Shane. She's absolutely verbally abusive to him, because even when he sat there and said that he loved her, she was like, yeah, I don't believe you. No, because so you love me, or are you in love with me? He said both, and you weren't satisfied. This is why you wanted to be with somebody young. This is why you wanted to be with somebody fresh out of prison, who went in as a child and came out barely a man, so that you can have this control and you can mistreat him like this, because you could never do that with a man your age. You knew exactly what you were doing. It is people like you. We call y'all predators, because y'all prey after younger people whose brains are not fully developed, so that you can take advantage of them in a way that you cannot take advantage of somebody who is your same age. Predator. with a dash of homophobia. I feel like it's that. I feel like you're more bothered by the men than the cheating. Why? Mm. You better back out of there, girl. You better back out of there. It will not work. It will not work out in your favor. Anyway, the Basura counselor ends this counseling session talking about Shane's anger. What in the Candace Dillard is happening here? Because how are we getting to Shane's anger when we clearly have overlooked the wife who started off the counseling session berating him? So when he reacts to her beration, all of a sudden, oh, you're angry. Oh, you got an anger problem. We should start there. Let's deal with the anger. You're not going to deal with the heifer who just belittled her husband? Why are we not dealing with that? This is why you need to both pick the counselor, because this looks like a setup, Shane. This looks like a setup. John and Christiana. This was deep. This was deep. So in this episode, we find out that Christiana's mom has lung cancer. Let's keep Christiana's mom in our prayers. I said in the beginning, this show was a lot. This episode was a lot. But we're going to try to find a bit of comedy in what happened with John and Christiana this episode. I will say, I was like, if this show keeps on going like this for the next few episodes, I'm going to need to like take a break from the show and like go to Disneyland for like 3 days, because I'm gonna need to put some joy back into my spirit, because this episode was heavy and it seems like it's going to get heavier, because I saw them confessionals with Nicole and Tia and I was like, oh Lord, what they gonna tell us at the end of this season besides that wedding? What are we gonna find out? My God, today. But anyway, I will say this, the funny part of this, not funny, but just a little comedic moment that I had when watching this, when Christiana, because her mom is staying at a center where she is getting treated for chemo, and her mom has lost her hair and a lot of other things. Like did she lose her eyebrow? She's losing some hair as she goes through chemotherapy. But although she lost her hair, Mother did not lose her style. Because when John and Christiana walked in to meet with her mom, and her mom was sitting there, I was like, what in the Lisa is going on? That was a Lisa wig. And that solidifies for me that somebody on this show has started a hair business. I don't know if it's Sharp Entertainment. I don't know if it's the producers of this show. I don't know if it's a cast member on this show, but somebody on this show has started a hair business, and they are using the people on this show to advertise their wigs, weaves, and toupees. Here is why. There is no way that everybody on this show has the same weave, has the same wig, and has the same natural hair weave bang. There's no way. I'm telling you, guys, I know it sounds far-fetched, but if you look at it, everybody has had the same weave. Everybody has had the same 3B curl pressed out bang, weave bang. We've seen it. We've seen it. So somebody on this show is selling hair. I don't know who it is, but baby, by the end of the season, I'm going to figure it out. Because I'm like, that's Lisa's wig. How did you find that butt length Shirley Temple wig, the same wig that Lisa had on in her confessionals? Somebody's selling hair. Somebody's going to drop a hair a link for their hair business at some point during this season. It could be Deontay's mama. She's the only one smart enough to really get a good coin out of this show. We will see. We will see. But I was like, is that Lisa? But she looks so cute, though. She looks so cute. I think something happened to Christiana's mom this season. I don't know if she watched last season and was just like, you know what, I could do better. But she has done better. Mother got her teeth in. She's been drawing on her eyebrows. She has been doing that hair. She has been putting on her makeup. Every time we have seen her, she is blended and contoured to the gods. Work. She looked very cute, especially the part where when Christiana took off her wig and her mom was like, I don't feel comfortable. But she was like, oh mom, you look so beautiful. Look at you and your eyelashes. And then she was fluttering her eyelashes like at least Christiana, which was really, really cute. But then when she was fluttering her eyelashes, I looked and I was like, oh, are those eyelashes blue? Listen, you better work, mama. You better work. I love that she was like, even before her cancer, her lung cancer diagnosis, she was really, keeping herself up this season. So that was that was really good to see. This is sad. This is just really, really sad. But it was really good to, see her keeping up with herself. Well, John and Christiana are, trying to uplift her mom, and her mom breaks down again and she starts crying about Tara. I want to say this with this show. Hi, because I know y'all watch. Don't try to find Tara on this show on this season. We are dealing with a lot of trauma from this cast. Hold off on that. Hold off on that. If you're going to go looking for Tara, film it. You can keep that footage. Hold on to it until next season. We cannot see y'all going to different meth houses or wherever y'all going to look for Tara and find her in a state of, no. We can't, y'all done it before. We can't do it again. We have been to a lot of meth houses with this show. It is too much on this season right now. Give us a break, because we can't take, what's going on with T-Bone, then what's going on with Christiana's mom, and then y'all finding Tara. Hold off. Or don't film that at all. Let's film Tara 3 weeks into therapy, what they call it, rehab or something like that. Do that. But y'all don't got to give us the raw. Sometimes this show goes too raw and it becomes absolutely traumatizing. Don't find her this season. Let's work on finding her for next season, but don't find her this season. We already got enough going on with this cast. I would not be able to take that. I'm going to tell you that right now. I would not be able to take that this season. Do not find her. But Tara, if you're watching the show, call your mother. Your mother has cried this whole season over you not picking up your phone. You're her child. She already knows what's going on. Call your mother, please. Especially after you watch this episode. I hope you called your mama. Anyway, yeah, let's move on from them. Let's bring it back up to Stan and his BBL body and Lisa. So Stan and Lisa are arguing. 6 feet hoisted up in the air over him cheating, right? So Stan all of a sudden loses his memory when it's convenient. When it's convenient. I'm like, what in the Tom Girardi? So Stan is just like, well, I don't know. Maybe I talked to somebody. Maybe I, emailed or text someone. I don't know. I can't remember. Stan, how can you tell you can't remember when before you were just saying that you reached out to this person and that Lisa got you. She tricked you. And you can't believe she would do that to you. So you can't say all of that if you don't remember doing it. I thought they grew out of being an F-boy. I guess they don't. Because he went from, how could you do that to me, to, oh, I don't remember. How are you offended if you don't remember? Lisa, what are you doing? Why? Get another job. This is not worth it. So anyway, after Stan conveniently loses his memory after he is caught cheating, we get this really wackadoodle scene of Stan like in the forest. For some reason, they film all of Stan's confessionals in the forest. Like, everybody else is in a Best Western hotel room. Stan is always in a forest somewhere. Lord knows where he's at, but he is always somewhere deep in the forest. So anyway, we get this weird wackadoodle like TED Talk car salesman speech when with Stan, and he's just like, I had to take that moment because if you don't take that moment, she will get away from you. You cannot let people get away because if they get away, somebody will take them away from you. You cannot miss any opportunity. Wacka doodle. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, sir? What are you talking about? Just say that you was cheating. Just say that you got horny. This whole you cannot let people like with this who started this? This Bill Clinton hand. You cannot let people get away. What? Why did he do that? He's such an interesting character. Stan is such an interesting character. I'm telling you, the casting on this show is impeccable. Nobody is catching Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup in casting. Nobody is catching them. What was that? I'm telling you, I was watching that like, what is happening? You cannot let him get away. Okay, sir. Okay, I cannot get over how thick his thighs are. Even when he was hoisted up in the air, first of all, did you notice that Stan? Why did I take a picture? What is going on with this phone? Did you notice that Stan shaves his legs? Because while Stan in them thick thighs and that big butt was in like that harnessed or whatever, he was like, first of all, Lisa's over here trying to confront her man about cheating on her. Stan is harnessed up in the air spinning while Lisa is talking to him. Toupee is lifted. Just a mess, right? While he was spinning, I saw them thick thighs again, right? But I realized that his legs, them thick thighs, were smooth and like moisturized. It looked like he shaved his legs and oiled himself down with shea butter. I I'm like, are you shaving and moisturizing your legs? Oh, he is freaky. He doing something because there's a reason behind it. It can't just be he likes his thick thighs to be smooth and moisturized. There's something freaky behind it. Everything with Stan is freaky. Everything, no matter what it is, it could be the type of breakfast he likes. It's a freakness behind it. Everything with that man is freaky. I have missed opportunities. Don't let an opportunity get away. Weird. Very, very weird. So anyway, Lisa at the end, after they get harnessed down, Lisa decides to take a step back from Stan. She got deep too. She had her heavy moment on this show, and she was just like, I've hated myself for a very, very long time. And because I hated myself, I allowed people to mistreat me and do whatever they wanted to me. And I'm like, oh my God, Lisa. Girl, I look to you for the foolishness on this show. Please bring me back up. Bring me back up. But she spoke her piece and I respect her for it. And I'm glad that she realized that she could do better. But she was just like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to take a step back from you until you realize that, basically you need to treat me better and that I deserve more. What I wasn't ready for was Stan, who was just like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you're right. And then we get a confessional. He's just like, I don't know if we're broken up or we're not together, but I'm not concerned. There's more fish in the sea. He's 70. They don't grow out of it, apparently. They do not grow out of it, apparently. And you know how women, I say it all the time, but I got to be honest, women, we are down horrendous. And you know how I know that? Because Stan is absolutely speaking his truth when he says there's more fish in the sea. There are some women, plural, who are lined up waiting to put that man in a straitjacket and have him bite their dildo. There are women waiting in line to do that to that man. He's not lying. He got more fish in the sea. He is not lying. We are down horrendous. And to that I say, what the hell did Stan want Lisa to do, right? Because Lisa was like, you know why you cheated on me? Because you were mad at me that I refused to have sex with you. And then she clarified and she said, I refuse to put you in a straitjacket. I'm not kink shaming, but something is up with Stan. And when she said that, I was just like, now wait a minute. They're always in the dungeon putting him in a straitjacket. So what was it that was out of their normal, right? Because Stan being in the straitjacket and biting her dildos and only the show where I have these conversations, like only the show, and like sucking on the dildo and pouring candle wax on him, like that's all their normal stuff that they do. So there was something outside the norm that Stan wanted Lisa to do that she refused to do, because she stopped just short of saying what it was, because she was going to continue on when she said, you wanted me to put you in a straitjacket and I refused. There was something else. There was another sentence that was about to come out of her mouth after that, but she stopped short of saying it. So what did he want her to do that she refused? Because the straitjacket is the norm. That's what they do. They do the dungeon. What did he want her to do outside of that dungeon? I can't think of anything. I mean, it's sad to say this, but I just have to be honest with you guys, like I always am. I was going to think bestiality, but I'm just like, nah, that's too vanilla for Stan. That is too vanilla for Stan. It's something. It's something, because I'm like, y'all always do the straight jacket. That's your thing in a dungeon. You're always putting them in that. So what else was it that was attached to that straight jacket? Did he maybe want her to kill him and bring him back to life or something? Because it's people out there that do that. Where they like want to die. Let me move on. I can't. This episode was already deep. But you know what I mean? Like, what else was it? Oh, you know what? New Mommy D, did I give you this? I hope I did. I hope I gave you that. But yeah, there was something outside of that straitjacket that Lisa was just like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And that's when the problem started. Anyway, let's go on to Deontay and Nicole. I'm just going to start with this to get it out the way. So Tia's health issues and probably having 8 months to live was not the curveball that I was expecting this episode. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it with all the other heavy stuff that we got this episode. Why would y'all put so much trauma in one episode? It's like y'all have all the footage for the season before y'all even start editing. Why did y'all think all this should go in the same episode? Anyway, Tia decides to she asked Nicole, because Tia has tumors. She's had like a lot of liver problems, and now she currently has 2 tumors on her liver during the time that the show was filming. And she was just like, before I go to my surgery, I want to marry you. Like, I want us to be married because I don't know what's going to happen, and I want to go into this married. And Nicole was like, oh no, honey, it's okay, you'll be fine. And Tia was like, no, I don't know what's going to happen, so I want to get married. And in her confessional, she's just like, her doctor said that if she does it, that if T-Bone doesn't get this surgery, then they give her 8 months to live. So Tia's just like, I don't, I want to do this before I go and have the surgery. So throughout this episode, Nicole and Tia are preparing to get married, which probably will happen next episode. But it's more so Nicole. So Nicole goes wedding dress shopping with her mom. While shopping for wedding dresses, she has a Carrie moment. Remember when Carrie was about to get married to Aiden? And she was in that wedding dress. I think she was with Samantha. No, she wasn't with Samantha. She was with the other one, the one with the red hair, the lawyer chick. She was with her, and I think she was with Charlotte. I think it was the lawyer chick in Charlotte that was with Carrie, and she started having a panic attack in that wedding dress because she did not want to get married to Aiden. The fact that I remember that, my God, today, why was I watching that show at at that age? I should not have been watching Sex and the City. Anyway, Nicole has the same exact thing, and I don't think that she was like faking that or trying to, recreate that scene with Carrie, having a panic attack in a wedding dress, such a bad panic attack that I think the lawyer chick had to rip her out of it. Ciao. What an iconic scene. Anyway, Nicole basically has that. Like we cut to a scene of her where she's like shaking, drinking water and crying. And she's just like, I just started seeing stars. And I think she like almost passed out or something. And she's crying and drinking water and shaking. And her mom is like, you do not have to do this. You're having an anxiety attack. And I think it's because you're afraid of this and you do not have to do it if you don't want to. And then in the episode, we cut to Nicole in her confessional, and she's crying again. And she's like, in prison, her and Tia would break up and get back together, break up and get back together, break up and get back together. And she said that in prison, she was like, I'm done with her. I'm not going back. And she didn't go back. And then when they both got free and was, on the outside, she got back together with her. And she was just like, I don't want to go through that again with her. I don't want to, get married to her and then break up with her. And to that, I say, Nicole, you should have listened to your body, because your body is obviously telling you that they don't want to go through that trauma again with you and Tia breaking up, because it obviously takes a toll on you. I will say this. It seems like Nicole desperately wants to be with Tia. There's something within Tia that, she just cannot quit. Hold on. I want to acknowledge a super chat from Sup People. Sup People said he wanted to do the arm and get out of here, Sup People. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my God. I will say this, from what I have noticed this season, Nicole's relationship with Tia is it's not good for her emotional or mental state. We have never seen this Nicole, guys. We have never seen this Nicole. Nicole has been crying, breaking down, losing so much weight. She blames it on COVID, but I'm just like, I think Tia is a part of this. I think that these two are just a toxic coupling. I don't think that they're good for each other, but they're just the toxic part of them is very passionate, and that keeps them together. But it just seems like they are not good for each other's mental or emotional health. I really just think that the common denominator in all of Nicole's breakdowns is Tia. We never see Nicole cry with Deontay. When she's with Tia, she is crying and breaking down. All of their confessionals, she's crying. They're barely talking. It seems like they had a later confessional, and it seems like either Tia is healing from the surgery, but Tia looks visibly different, right? And they're holding hands and crying about her health. But then we get another confessional where Nicole is crying, right? Her eyes, like she has these red bags under her eyes because she keeps on wiping the tears away, talking about how bad her relationships have been with Tia. And I'm like, listen, I know that you have a deep passion for T-Bone, but maybe for your emotional and mental state, you need to leave T-Bone alone. Because remember, guys, I was just like, this can't just be COVID. There is something going on with Nicole. She breaks down every episode. This is a vastly different person from when we met her last. And what is different this season? T-Bone. T-Bone has that girl in a chaos. She's already chaos, right? Tia takes T-Bone takes the chaos in Nicole's life to another level. They're not good for each other. They're not good for each other because we've just never seen this side of Nicole until Tia got into the picture. And I'm like, If y'all keep on trying and it's not working, just because you're on a TV show doesn't mean that that's going to change the dynamic of the relationship. If it can't work in prison, it's not going to work on while y'all free. Let it go. Let it go. And I think that maybe because Tia is sick and scared, that Nicole kind of feels pressured into doing it. But yeah, if you can't take the next steps with your partner, why are you in it? Right? Like, you should not have that kind of reaction when you're trying on wedding dresses because you're about to marry the love of your life. Your body is telling you something. Your body is letting you know that they don't want to go through that trauma that happens every time y'all break up. They don't want to deal with it. So your body is like warning you. You're not listening to the warning, so you're panicking. Listen to your body. Anyway, stop the bus. Stop the damn bus. So Deontay and his friend and his mom are at his home, and Deontay is talking to his friend about what happens with Nicole. And I'm telling you, I love Deontay's friend because Deontay's friend starts raising his voice so that Deontay's mom can hear. So he was like, Nicole told you to do what? And Deontay's mom, I think she was cutting up a tomato. She was just like, what? She's hilarious. So she goes over there and she goes, stop the bus. Stop the damn bus. What that girl wants you to do? She cannot stand Nicole. I hope they never meet, especially this season. Nicole is not in a good place. And I don't need Deontay's mom to read her for filth. I think that would be Nicole's last straw and she will not be able to recover. But the mother is hilarious. So basically, Nicole reached out to Deontay and she wants him to come to her wedding. I honestly think outside of the show that Nicole really does care for Deontay, right? Here's why I say that. Because she still has some form of relationship with him and still keeps in contact with him outside of him giving her anything. Because Deontay said he hasn't given her money or anything for a very long time. And yes, she thought that her and Tia was going to play him. But I think that Deontay is the calm in her chaos, right? I think he is like somebody who is the only peace that she has ever experienced. So she can't quite cut him off because he's somebody who is reliable. He's somebody who is stable. He's somebody who she can depend on. And I don't think that she can do that with anybody else in her life outside of Deontay. So I think that's why she reaches out to him. And that's why she wants him to come to the wedding, because she wants to keep some form of relationship with the peace in her life. She doesn't want to cut him off completely because that is the only, like I said before, peaceful part of her life, and that is her time with Deontay, especially when she's spiraling right now in this new adventure of being married to T-Bone. So yes, she has played this man and taken advantage of him. I absolutely think that what she did was wrong, but I do think that there's some kind of care for him. I don't think it's a care in the way that he desires, right? I think it's platonic and maybe some father-daughter kind of relationship she sees him in, but there's something there that I think is the real deal. But anyway, Deontay's mom was just like, you're not going to that girl's wedding. No, don't tell me you're thinking about doing it. And Deontay was just like, and she was just like, I know you not thinking about going. I love her. I hope that she is on next season with Deontay, because word on the street, he's coming back, but he's dating somebody else. Thank God it's not Nicole. Thank God it's not Nicole. I hope Nicole spends this season that she will have off getting the help that she needs, her and T-Bone. But I was just really glad to have Deontay's mom on this episode because I missed her. Anyway, Sean and Sarah. We don't do spoilers over here, right? But I will say this. If you are disgusted by Sean and Sarah, if you are disappointed in the both of them, especially Sean, I'm telling you this right now. By the end of the season, you're going to be even more disappointed and disgusted when you find out what's happening with these two. We don't do spoilers, but I'm just telling you right now, it gets worse. So anyway, in this episode, Sean is trying to woo Sarah back because she finds out that not only does he have 6 children, that she was also his second choice and Destiny was his first. She was more mad about being his second choice than the fact that he has 6 children that he didn't tell her about. Okay. So Sean, goes out, tries to win her back. She's like, I'm gonna call my mom. For some reason. How old is she? I'm like, you calling your mom to do what? What is Cara Burnett in the that Cara Burnett character in a blonde wig gonna do? Like you're a grown woman who spent 10 years in prison. You don't know how to handle situations? Anyway, so he convinces her not to call her mom, brings her back in the home. And the only reason why I'm talking about Sean and Sarah is because I got to defend my girl, Queen Kelly, real quick. Here is why. For some reason, Sean felt like he had to dog out Kelly, the mother of his 6 children, who has not put him on legal child support. Do you know Sean would be in prison right now if she put him on child support? He would be in prison. He's not because of Kelly, right? So for some reason, he feels like he has to dog her to Sarah so that Sarah could feel better about her relationship with him. Already on shaky ground, sinking sand, sinking sand. So anyway, he says to her that him and Kelly don't get along. What? You are such a liar. Remember when we first were introduced to Sean, he introduced Kelly as his best friend. He was saying that, yeah, we have 6 children together. We didn't work out, but Kelly is my best friend. I talk to her about everything. She helps me out through everything. She's my best friend. Now y'all don't get along? Since when? She was just giving you advice not too long ago. This woman who you don't get along with, you sure do sit down with her often to get advice about how to deal with your other relationships. Not only is she your best friend, she is the mother of your 6 children who she has not taken you to court for child support. And then he says, yeah, she nags me a lot. She calls and nags me and butts into my life a lot. Is she butting into your life? Is she nagging you? Or is she calling you about getting your kids some shoes that don't come from the thrift store? Why is he so horrible? It just shocks me that this man chose to be a terrible person on TV. Like Sean is making these choices. I don't think that anybody is writing this script for him. He is making these terrible choices on camera. Why did you have to dog Kelly? If anything, you could have dogged Destiny. Why are you dogging Kelly, who is the mother of your 6 children, who is not chosen to go through the law to get you to take care of your kids because you haven't? You would be in prison right now if it wasn't for that woman. Why did you feel the need to do that to the only person in your life who has yet to tear you down? Every time you meet with Kelly, she's giving you advice. Yes, she said that she don't want this woman who is convicted of manslaughter around her children. That don't make sense. Like, that doesn't make sense to you. He's just such a terrible person. Sean, I'm so disappointed. I don't know why. I don't know why I expected more from you, but I'm just so disappointed. Every season you choose to be awful. Every season you choose to be awful. Why did you need to tear down Destiny to uplift Sarah? Who child? And Sarah sitting there acting like she don't know about Destiny or his 6 kids. Girl, get out of here. Y'all both came up with this scam. So anyway, Sean, continues to tear down Kelly, the woman who gave him 6 children, and also destroys her peace every time to help him out of a bad situation. And is so kind to this man because remember when that fool told her that he put his house up and is on a hook for $50,000 for Destiny while they were talking about getting stuff for their children for the school year? How dare you dog that woman? Oh, he's terrible. So anyway, after he dogs her, Sarah starts to feel better. Red flags, red flags, and now they're at least for now in a good place. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about this a very heavy episode. I tried to get as much jokes as I can out of it. This was a heavy one, guys. This was a heavy one, so it wasn't a lot. But that's all I have to say. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. I'm gonna go up and get some older comments, and then I'll scroll down and get some newer ones. We'll talk about that for a few minutes, and then I will read one. I only got one story about you guys is your own personal love after lockups. Oh wait, it says I got another one. I got another one. Oh, Mira, yeah. I didn't want to talk about it in this live because it's a spoiler, but a mess, a mess, a mess. Yep. Yep, we'll talk about it at the end of the season. I don't want to give anybody a spoiler, but Angela, if you're in the building, I want to read your story after I get a couple of comments and then I'll read your story and then we'll wrap it up here. Marianne said, I will say that Sammy had beautiful hair before this for a woman her age. She really did. She really, really did. And she loved herself some bangs. Listen, this show takes us to different meth houses all around the United States of America. I mean, if nobody else, if war doesn't give America bad press, this show sure does. My God, today. Hey, Mock Reviews. Mock Reviews said, did y'all talk about Tia already having liver problems at 30 years old? Was she a drinker? I don't know. I don't know what Tia was doing, but my God, today. Whew, keep T-Bone in your prayers as well. My goodness, we're going to be praying a whole weekend for this cast. What's up, Kimberly? Kimberly said, did I hear Nikki say get another job or get another John? Get another job. Get another job. I don't want Lisa in this mess anymore. Sarah said, get a new trick, Lisa. This one is too thirsty. Yes, what was he doing? It was giving commercial, it was giving car salesman, it was giving TED Talk. It was very, very weird. Yes, Love Like You Are said Stan was filming an Uncle Sam PSA. Is he still with us? Is he still with us? The only thing I remember about Ross Perot is the Saturday Night Live impressions that, who used to do those impressions of him? I forget his name, but he is a ridiculously talented character actor. But he used to do those impersonations of him. And my God, today I was on the floor. That's all I remember about Ross Perot. Some people said Bill Clinton and Stan would have a lot in common. Listen. Hey, Amber. Amber said when they were hanging in the air, just looking at both of their hairlines in that scene, priceless. You know what I thought about this whole scene? That poor rock climbing instructor. He was just standing there watching them too. You know, so much happened in that scene that they probably couldn't show on this episode, but you can tell he was disgusted. He was disgusted. Kimberly said the matted, sweaty toupee had me laughing so hard. Baby, that thing was lifting, which makes me think, does Stan have natural hair? Because that's what happens to natural hair. Like, my hair could be in a cute straight style, but as soon as you get a little bit of humidity in there, that thing starts lifting. He either has natural hair or he has naturally curly hair. Maybe that's it. Hey, Black Lavender. Black Lavender said Stan went through all of that and should have just said he looking for a new dungeon woman. Oh, God. Stay Fly said Stan is poison. Never trust a big butt and a smile. Oh, he's so thick. Ryan Round said, I felt bad for the two spotters on the ground who had to listen to Stan and Lisa. Yeah, because you know it was a lot nastier than what we got on the show. Jay said, she said he was mad she wouldn't put him in a straitjacket. And something else. The Bombshell Blurb said, Stan and Lisa both want to sleep with other women, and they need to just say that and stop trying to play us like this is a real relationship. Very true. It's very Trick and John. I think they just try to make this into something more intimate for the show because I guess they think this relationship needed to have more depth. But it's like we know what it is, Stan and Lisa. We know what it is. Hey, Dixie Lady. Dixie Lady said the whole scene was a mess. And I'm like, those guys were holding them up that whole time. Yeah, it seemed like it had to get uncomfortable after a while. Amber said, you got mad because I refused to put you in a straight jacket. And in something else, Marianne said, Sam is not going to let anybody shake him. He just asked a matter of fact, especially, Stan is not going to let anybody shake him. He just acts a matter of fact, especially when he knows Lisa ain't going to do what he wants. Yeah. And probably because he has, like you said, there's more fish in the sea. He probably has, women already lined up to do the dungeon stuff that he wants to do. TJ said, do we really want to know what Stan and Lisa do out of the norm? No. I just need to know for this section, because I'm just like, for you to say no to the straitjacket, what else was that straitjacket coming with? What else was laced in that straitjacket? JM said, I imagine Stan in a black leather hood. Yep. A slash mask with a gag ball in his mouth, crawling around that basement floor. Bottomless. Absolutely. Given real American Story Horror House. Oh, Coos Girly said Nicole doesn't want to marry anyone. You think? Well, she is pretty young. She is pretty young. You think so, Ryan? I think their relationship is toxic. Oh, I thought you said the opposite. Ryan Round said Nicole and Tia do not have a healthy relationship. Yeah, it's not. It is not good. Yeah. Yep. Miss T said Nicole is in a toxic relationship. I absolutely agree. Mock Review says the liver condition that Tia has sounds scary, though, especially for someone so young. I was shocked to hear that, and she had a kidney taken out. I wonder if Tia is a heavy drinker. I mean, what else could be the cause of that? I know there are other, issues that could cause you to have liver problems, but the one we all know about is drinking. So it could be something else. She could have been born like that. Who knows? But she's very young to have that kind of issue. Hey, Shantavia said, hi, everyone. I had an anxiety attack before. It was awful. Nicole needs to separate from Tia. Yep. I've had one too. It's not fun. Although you're not dying, you feel like you are. And because your mind is telling you that you are. It's a very scary thing. Thank you, TJ from Alaska. TJ from Alaska said, don't forget to hit that like button to support Nikki. Thank you all so much. Marianne said, I believe it when they aren't sad that Nicole is afraid of Tia. Hi, Marianne. What were you trying to say? Love Like You Are said they are both too dependent on each other, and that's not healthy. Yeah, I mean, this relationship couldn't survive in prison, right? When there's nothing else to do but each other. If it couldn't survive in prison, why did you even think that it would survive outside, of all the restraints and restrictions that you had in prison? Let it go, mama, and live your best life. Marianne said, I believe Deontay when he said that Nicole was afraid of Tia. I think so too. Yep, gently listen to your body. It speaks to you. And her body was screaming at her at that moment. Her body was like, this is about to be the worst decision you ever made. TJ from Alaska. Yeah, I kind of think so too. I don't know, right? Because this is the thing. Either she's on something or she's still dealing with the effects of COVID. She's had it twice, back to back. Like I said before on my last live, I ain't never I ain't never know that you could get COVID twice, back to back, and live to tell the day, live to tell the story. I know that, but she's had it twice, right, back to back. That could be the effects of COVID, or she could be very stressed and depressed in this relationship with Tia. Every episode she has cried. And the only thing that has changed since we saw Nicole last was Tia. That is the only change in her life. Every confessional Nicole has with Tia, she is crying. Every confessional. Something not right. Something is not right. Amber Matthews said, I 100% agree. I was thinking it could be secretly an abusive relationship, but either way, sis is going through it. It is breaking her down. Absolutely. It doesn't even have to be physical. It could be mentally abusive. It could be verbally abusive. Who knows? Yes, Ryan. Ryan says their joint confessionals is disturbing. It's absolutely disturbing. Absolutely. The only time I've ever seen them in their confessional in a place that did not look combative was when Nicole was crying about Tia being sick, and it seemed like this was a much later confessional because Tia looks really, really different from the confessionals we've seen her in before. Mock Review said, I don't like Nicole, but she probably just loves Tia and is afraid of breaking up and getting hurt, and that's giving her anxiety. That could be true. That could be very, very true. That could be very, very true. Miss T said Tia is definitely pressuring Nicole with while guilt tripping her. That could be true as well. That could be true as well. Stop the bus. Stop the damn bus. Daphne said, can somebody get in touch with Lacey and tell her if she's going to cry to shed a tear, please? She got to back out of that storyline. I see that backfiring for her. Amber said, I think she, meaning Nicole, is hanging on to him, meaning Deontay, hoping to get out of the Tia situation, but I don't think she really likes him, just what he's offering. Yeah, he's safety for her. He's safety for her. But see, that's the kind of guy that you always get caught up with, right? That one that you really do not like, but you know that he is in love with you, and you know that no matter what, he will always be there for you. You're dating other people, you're with other people, you're attracted to and liking other people, but this is the one you call when you need some grocery money. This is the one you call when you need to get picked up. This is the one that you call whenever you need anything, because you know that he will drop everything to be there with you. That's the one you get caught up with, because at some point, I don't know, you're either going to be ovulating or you're going to be very depressed, and you're going to slip up and get pregnant by this man. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Oh, that's very good. Good observation, Amber. Amber said that maybe the surgery is triggering her trauma around losing Tia again. Very well could be true. That very well could be true. Mock Review said Derek and Mama Nakia in the same scene together gave me life. Yeah. All of them together was such a good combination, because Deontay was just like, man, be quiet. They're just comedy. I love them all together. Max also says, I have to disagree, Nikki. Nicole don't care about Deontay. She just wants to have a money lifeline in case Tia don't work out. Like I said, that could very well be true as well. Yeah, the acting could have been a little better, but I was here for the comedy. Marianne said Sarah should have just went home. Sean has proven himself to be a cheater and a liar, but then she would have to leave the TV show, right? So Sarah is also responsible for staying with somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like, you really want to be in a relationship and possibly create life with someone who not only hides his 6 children, does not take care of them. What about him is attractive to you? The TV show. The TV show that has changed your life. Yes, some people. Yes, some people. Sean Tavia said Sean got along with her well enough to borrow money from her. Okay. Okay. Money that was taken out of his kid's mouth. But you don't like her. You don't get along. She always butts into your life. You're butting into her life, taking money out of your kid's mouth to take care of this woman that never wanted you in the first place. Told you to your face that you was a trick, smacked you in your face several times. But Destiny is the one that's the problem. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's a liar, Sarah. Sarah said Sean will say anything to anyone, That man is so gross in and out. Like, and he chooses to play this character. This is who he chose to be on TV. That's why I can't rock with him. It's very, very ugly. Yep. JRR said Sean always throws Kelly under the bus when it's convenient. Yep. Yep. Hey, Janice. Janice said it's probably what he did with Destiny to make her not like Kelly. Absolutely. But, Destiny is also awful. Destiny is also awful. Can we talk about how Destiny was never the same after she tried to punk Kelly and Kelly was like, nah, not today. Not this one. Not this one. And Destiny was never the same after that. Never the same. She changed completely up and just spiraled from there. The bombshell blurred said, I need to pray about how much I loathe Sean. Listen, me too. Me too. TJ said, what kind of whipper pill is Sean putting on Sarah? It's a TV show. After all those lies, she went back in the house. It's a TV show. It is a TV show. Let me get to Brenda. Thank you so much for the super chat, Brenda. Brenda said, Bella, did you watch 90 Day, The Single Life today? No, I got rid of Discovery Plus. Here is why. My productivity was down. I was on Discovery Plus sun up to sundown. And I was like, I got to let this go. I have got to let this go. So, yeah, I let that go. I don't watch 90 Day, The Single Life. Is it eventually going to come to TV? Because I know that 90 Day Fiance, not the other way, but the one about people who are falling in love with people in the Caribbean, that show that was on Discovery Plus is now going to be on TV, TLC network. I'm going to review that when it comes on. I hope they do that with 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life. I hope. If so, I'll watch it. I will watch it. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Brenda. Calling me Bella. I love it. Oh, really, New Mommy D? New Mommy D said drugs affect your liver as well, especially pills. That's what I heard about ibuprofen. Because I remember, this was back in the day, when I, you know what? I've told you so much in my business. Why not this? I used to be on the patch back in the day because I just, when I was much younger, I had horrible periods to the point where I would not go to school. Like I missed so many days in school because my period was so bad. Doctor put me on a patch, immediately took me off because it was causing blood clots. And then the patch was banned. And so because I didn't have anything, my mom would not let them put me on anything else after that. So I just had to tough it out. So I was doing everything, drinking mint tea, doing yoga, everything to help me with the pain because the cramps were just so bad. Then I discovered ibuprofen. I used to do Advil, but my doctor prescribed me not the over the counter, but them 800 or 600 milligrams in that one pill that got IBU on it. That. So because I was in so much pain, I was taking so much, and my doctor was just like, "You cannot do that. You can only take one a day because taking too many will mess with your liver." So that is very true. At least that's what I heard from my doctor about that. He was just like, you cannot take all of those pills. You can. I would be taking four. And I was tiny. I was a tiny little girl. I would be taking 4 because I just didn't want to feel any pain. I've gotten a lot older and I've gotten a lot better. And I've, learned how to, manage my cramps to some extent. Black molasses, that helps as well. Black strap molasses, that helps a lot. But yeah, So that is very, very true. Because my doctor was just like, oh hell no. You were doing too much and immediately took me off. So I had to like ration out my last little pill bottle. So I've learned. I have learned. So it could be that too. I hope Tia not doing pills. I hope Tia is not doing no pills. Woo! Hey, all day finesse. All day finesse said it might be the hooch they make in gel they got to Tia. They say that stuff is lethal. You know how gone you have to be in the mind to drink wine made in a toilet? Pray for our incarcerated family. Coos Gurley said, wait, so I thought Sean had a young kid with Kelly, but he said they hadn't been together for 9 years. Am I mistaken or is he lying? I think he's lying because they have a young child. I don't think it's a toddler, but I know the oldest is was 14, so the oldest is probably 16 now or something like that. But they have a young one. They have a much younger one. A much younger one. Hey, Janice. Janice said T-Bone was downing liquor when they were at the restaurant, but she has liver and kidney problems. Oh no. Oh no. T-Bone. Damn. Oh, T-Bone, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. So thick. So thick. Oh my goodness. So thick. Breezy with the Fro says, so is this the last we see of Stan and Lisa? I don't think so. I can't take either of their hair anymore. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're going to see more of them. I think they're not. Stan and Lisa, to be quite honest with you, are probably the best coupling they have this season. So I don't think they're going to let that storyline die. Hey, Bianca. Bianca said, my cousin has always had kidney problems as a kid. As an adult, she had one removed. She shouldn't be drinking. Oh, child. She shouldn't be drinking or doing drugs, but she does it anyway. Lord. Oh my goodness. Add Bianca, excuse me, add Bianca's cousin to the prayer list. My God, today. We're just gonna have to turn this channel into TBN. Because my God, today we gotta pray for everybody. Ryan said, anyone peak production zooming in on Nicole and Tia's vapes? Yes, during their uncomfortable conversation. That was kind of suspect. Yeah. I know. Marianne said, Tia's always vaping. I wonder what's in that vape pen. I hope it's just a fruity tobacco. Everybody lies and says that it is. AP, thank you so much for the super chat. AP said if the Mexican market in your area doesn't have aloe, check out the produce section at a local Asian market. You know what? I do live like 5 to 6 miles away from a H Mart. So let me do that as well. But I got my aloe delivered. I'll check them out too, just to see. They might have some good ones. They might have some good ones. I normally go to H Mart when I'm making ramen, but I've never like looked for aloe vera leaves. So I may do that. I may do that this weekend. Hey, the sun now said Nicole said that Tia has harmed her previously. I don't know why we is cool with this. Oh, I did not remember that. Child, honestly, from the way Nicole is acting, I believe it. I believe it. We do. We do, Bianca. We got to be honest. We have to be honest with ourselves. We need Michael and Sarah. We really, really do. But I think the reason why Michael and Sarah are not on the season this season is because Michael is incarcerated. How do you get such a good opportunity like this and squander it? How do you do that? Oh yeah, absolutely, Jay. Jay says Sean probably hyped her head up talking about Destiny, telling her that Kelly won't do ish, and Kelly came back with all the smoke. Destiny was never the same after that. Yeah, she was humbled and embarrassed, and she couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it. She tried her best to poke Kelly, and Kelly was like, "No, you're not gonna do nothing. Let's go." What? Destiny even tried to jump at Kelly, and Kelly sat there like, "Girl, please." Destiny, guys, she was never the same. Never the same. Bianca said, I take ibuprofen one day before my period comes and use a heating pad. Absolutely. It helps ease the cramps a lot. Me too. Me too. Shantavia said, I used to take prescription strength Aleve. It was a godsend. Same. Oh, Marianne said, I think The Single Life is the best show TLC has right now out of all the 90 Day Fiancé shows. I hope they bring it to their network so I can watch it. Sia Bless said Sarah posted her and Mike together a couple of weeks ago. I'm not even going to front. I'm excited. I'm excited. Hey, Sarah. Glad you're here. Oh, H Mart is my place. When I want to get my authentic ramen noodles, baby, I'll be all up at H Mart. And that's where I also get my coconut cream from. That's where I get that from. Speaking of H Mart, I gotta start my Thanksgiving shopping this week. Guys, get it out. If you are cooking Thanksgiving dinner this week, do not be in them stores the week of Thanksgiving. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. It will never work out for you. It will always be a nightmare. This week, I already have my turkey. This week, I'm getting my noodles, my cheese. I'm going to freeze everything except the cheese. Do not freeze your cheese. If you freeze your cheese that you're going to use for macaroni and cheese, it's going to curdle. Trust me. I know. But yeah, just, get everything now. Do not wait. Especially since there's a shortage on so many things. Oh, really? Mock Reviews says Sarah says she got her a new man and her and Michael are co-parenting. Great. I want to see it. I want to see it. Ryan said Michael could be on Love during Lockup now. Let me tell you how I am extremely excited for that show. I saw that trailer at the end of this episode. I'm ready. Come on, January. I am ready for Love during Lockup. That man is in prison with a whole cell phone saying, do you think I'm going to catfish you? How the hell you got a cell phone in prison? I'm ready. I'm ready for the show. Sharp Entertainment, geniuses. How are you doing a dating show from prison? Genius. Absolute genius. What's up, sup people? Sup people said Sarah posted two champagne glasses last night. Toasted emojis. I think her and Michael are going to get married. Great. Let's see it. Let's see that hot mess of a wedding. Breezy with the fro said, your Lacey impression is the best. That's what made me subscribe to you way back in the day. Oh, thank you, Breezy. Thank you so much. I know. What I'm going to do, Breezy with the fro, I'm not bringing that back. But what I will do during during Lockup, I'm going to do something similar to the dating game, but I'm going to do it with the people on the show. I'm not, I can't go back, searching through prisons for bachelors. I'm done. Never. You know what, Miss T, let me tell you what happened. I was cooking, making I made this huge pan of macaroni and cheese. And I get the block cheese and I shred my cheese. So I normally use like 7 cheeses in my macaroni and cheese. And this is the first time I ever done it. I was shredding my cheese, but I started on my meats and I had a timer. So and I only had one oven at the time. Hell, if you are making Thanksgiving dinner, one oven, nightmare. Shout out to Atlanta, because like almost every place I looked at has had like a double oven. Thank you, God. So anyway, I stopped shredding the cheese because I had to tend to the meats because I'm rotating meats out that one oven. And while I was doing that, my cheese got warm because, I live in Cali. It's warm here 24/7, even during Thanksgiving. So I was like, okay, let me freeze my cheese so I can get hard again so that I can shred it. It worked. Put my cheese in the freezer. It got hard again. I shredded it. It looked like, cheese, the cheese that I normally shred. Mix it up with my au jus, my whole thing. Roux. I said au jus, my roux. Mix it all in. It looks divine. It looks divine. Bake it, take it out. Looks delicious. Put my spoon in because I always got to sample what I make. Because I don't know about anybody else who cooks Thanksgiving dinner, but I can't eat. Like, I don't eat on Thanksgiving. I eat the next day. I don't eat on the 25th. I eat the 26th. There's something about cooking all day where I just lose my appetite. So I barely eat on Thanksgiving. But I wanted to sample the macaroni and cheese just to see if it was, ooey and gooey like I like it. I go to put the spoon in and I hear it make a sound that was unfamiliar to me. We're making macaroni and cheese. And I pull back the spoon and lift it up to see what's going on because I'm expecting the cheese to be oozing down. The whole thing is curdled. The whole thing is curdled. I lied to you not. I had a whole breakdown. I still have the footage from that. I just don't have the heart to show it to you guys because I was filming how I prepared that. Like, I was doing a Native American Appreciation Day vlog. And I was going to put that up, the next day and show you guys everything. But after I ruined my macaroni and cheese, I had a whole breakdown. And when I say breakdown, I mean breakdown. Literally collapsed in the kitchen, slid down. It was very dramatic. Slid down by the oven and just bawled. Because I had ruined the macaroni and cheese. And I don't know about anybody else in any other culture, but in a Black family, if you ruin the macaroni and cheese from Native American Appreciation Day, it's lights for you. Lights. And this was Thanksgiving Day. And we had people coming over. And my mom, she comes in the kitchen because she hears me like wailing. And she's like, what is going on? What happened? And I'm just like, I messed up the macaroni and cheese. And I'm also, just now, I'm having a breakdown, but I'm also very tired because I stayed up all night cooking. This was before I started spatchcocking the turkey or the chicken. That's before I used to spend hours roasting chickens and turkeys. Now I spatchcock that hoe and cook it for a good 45 minutes and I'm good. But I was just exhausted. The whole week I had been running back and forth to Costco, no sleep. So I'm on the floor crying. My mom was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I ruined the macaroni and cheese. And she goes to put the spoon that I had to lift it up to look at the macaroni and cheese. And she goes, oh. And I go, I know. I just start crying. So then my little sister comes in and she's like, what happened? And my mom was like, Nikki messed up the macaroni and cheese. And we have guests coming over. This is before the pandemic. We have guests coming over. And so my little sister, she takes a spoon out, puts some on her plate, and she eats it. She's like, well, at least the flavors are there. And I just looked at her and I go, ah! And I'm still crying. So then love my family. They all jumped in again and they was like, you know what? We can save this. My mom was like, do we have more cheese? I'm like, yes, we have more cheese, but it's the shredded cheese that you buy. And I hate, guys, if you're making macaroni and cheese, do not use shredded cheese because of the chemicals that they put on the cheese so that it doesn't stick together. It makes your macaroni uneven when it bakes. It doesn't bake properly, but that was all we had. So my family, we took the shredded cheese from Costco. My mom put some more noodles on. My little sister lifted me up and we just got back in the kitchen and everybody was in the kitchen helping me make Thanksgiving dinner. And people were still, people started to arrive and the food was not made. But I guarantee you when my mom said the prayer, that macaroni and cheese was done. It wasn't my best, but it was good enough. It was good enough. Everybody ate it. We did not have any left, but I said all that to say, don't you ever freeze cheese. Don't you ever do that. Do not freeze cheese. If you've learned nothing from me, learn to never freeze cheese, especially if you're making the macaroni and cheese in a Black household for any holiday or just because. Don't do it. Don't do it. Worst Thanksgiving ever. Everybody arrived. My eyes are bloodshot red because not only am I tired, I've been crying the whole time. Worst Thanksgiving ever. You guys will never see that vlog because I have all of this footage. I honestly, I also have, but I don't have any more footage after that. But I have the footage where I was filming myself cutting into or putting the spoon into the macaroni and cheese, and it's hilarious now when I watch it. But I like pull back the spoon, and then you can hear me gasp, and then I'm like, wait, and I start pulling the spoon back a little bit more, and then the camera shuts off. Then I like turn off the camera, and then I had my breakdown, and I was like, they can never see this. I can never show them this nightmare. It starts off so fun. I'm like, hey guys, welcome to my first vlog. By the end of that vlog, it's a nightmare. A vlog. So yeah, set out to say, don't ever freeze cheese. Don't ever freeze cheese. Dumb. Ryan said, what kind of cheese were you using? I've made mac and cheese with previous frozen sharp cheddar with no issue. I got all my cheese from Costco and from Whole Foods. So for my roux, I use smoked Gouda. I got that from Whole Foods. I use smoked Gouda and mozzarella. My Italian friend tells me mozzarella. I use smoked Gouda and mozzarella. That is for my roux, and a little bit of shaved cheddar. But I got these blocks from Costco, and I froze them because my cheese was getting soft, and it just ruined my macaroni and cheese. It just ruined it. Now, you said you've used frozen sharp cheddar. Was it still frozen when you shredded the cheese, or did you let it come to room temperature? Yeah. I can talk about it now, but I couldn't talk about it for a while. They're extremely traumatized. Yeah, Miss T, I can never eat. I never eat on Thanksgiving. Or Native American Appreciation Day. I never do that. Breezy said, I refuse to cook and prepare for days for Thanksgiving or Christmas anymore. It's either a group effort or everybody can starve for all I care. Listen, I've learned to make it an easier process. Like I no longer shop the week of, I shop the week before. I no longer cook a whole chicken or a whole turkey. I spatchcock everything, cut that cooking time in half. I always brine everything so I don't have to worry about seasoning. Like I do a lot of prep. Like the week before, I chop up my onions, I chop up my peppers, I chop up my carrots. Yeah, so I go into Thanksgiving Day having to do just the presentation stuff. Like some stuff you just want to be fresh, like the macaroni and cheese, because that's just an assembly. Just a meal to assemble. It doesn't take much cook time. I do that the day of, but I do that earlier in the day. By the time people start coming over, like at 2 p.m., I got the oven on a warmer. Food is in there ready to go. And me and my mom split cooking. So I cook the day of Thanksgiving, although all my stuff is prepped and ready to go. And my mom cooks on the 24th. So, the day before Native American Appreciation Day. That is when my mom cooks. She gets all her stuff out the way. And then that next morning, that's when I get my stuff started. So everything is ready to go except for the macaroni and cheese. I like to make that fresh just because that cheese, if you put it in the fridge, is going to harden. And even if you heat it up in the oven, it still won't be the same. It won't be the same like when you just pull it out of the oven. So that is literally the only thing I cook on. I prepare and cook on Thanksgiving, Native American Appreciation Day, is macaroni and cheese. Everything else is either reheated or everything else is just reheated. Everything else is reheated except for the macaroni and cheese and the pies. I already assembled the pies, I just bake them. So by the time we're eating our entrees, I put the pies in the oven so that they can be fresh as well. But that's it. That's it. It was such a terrible day. It was such a terrible day. Oh no. Oh no, it is the best. It is the best. It's a mixture of soft and hard cheeses. Girl, if my grandmother would allow me to share, it is the best. The macaroni and cheese is so like ooey and good. It's so good. It's so good. Mozzarella, Gouda, uh, cheddar, sharp cheddar, extra sharp cheddar, Colby Jack, and it's like a jalapeno pepper one that is a jalapeno? Yeah, jalapeno pepper one that we get from a specialty store. And the last cheese is parm, but that's just for the topping. But I'm telling you, it's so good. It's so good. You will love it. You will love it. Oh, see, that's why I worked. Ryan said, no, I thawed the cheese in the fridge a day or two prior to prepare. Yeah, that's why I worked. That's why I worked. Marianne said, are we not supposed to call it Thanksgiving anymore? Is it now Native American Appreciation Day? That's what I and my family call it. Once you know, like I always say, you're responsible for what you know. And, years ago when I found out the true meaning of Thanksgiving, I was just like, okay, no, we're going to do this. And in LA, it's actually not Thanksgiving. It's Native American Appreciation Day in Los Angeles. I don't know about the rest of California, but it's literally Native American Appreciation Day, not Thanksgiving. Ryan said you also have to use the good cheese. I made the mistake of using Aldi's house brand once and it was subpar. Yes, that's another reason why I had a meltdown, because that was my good cheeses. Like the cheeses you have to order 2 weeks in advance. Like you can't get those anywhere. And I used it all in that huge pot of macaroni and cheese that I had to throw away. And, we had to use what was ever left over to make the other cheese, the other macaroni and cheese. So Shantavia said, depending on how you froze them, the soft cheeses were what messed you up, Nikki. Yeah, no. It was a block. I had 2 blocks that I was shredding. So the soft cheeses were already in my roux. Shout out to anybody who's just joining us. I always forget. I'm always like, wait, if you're joining in, this is not the live you think it is. But the soft cheeses, I use those for my roux. The hard cheese is the one that I have to shred. I use those, and that's what was curdled. The soft cheeses were in my roux, but it was those block cheeses. I froze them and then I shredded them, and they curdled the whole thing. They curdled the whole thing. What's up, Indigo girl? What's up? You're welcome, Marianne. You're responsible for what you know. So before we close out, let's get into one of our star family sent me this. You didn't let me know if you wanted me to share your name. If you're in this live, let a girl know. But like 2 weeks ago when I said, you guys, I wanted you all to send me your love after lockup stories. This beautiful YouTube subscriber was right on the money. She sent it to me right away, and I've been holding it here to see if I could get more. But right now, we only have one tonight. If you have some that you would like to share, send it into your girl and let me know if you want me to withhold your name or use it in the description. After you send me the story, just let me know you can use it or not. But she didn't tell me. She didn't say yes or no. So I'm just going to withhold her name. But anyway, this is our wonderful star family's experience with life after lockup. She says, life after lockup. I met my bad boy in my early 20s and thought he was the ish. I was in college to become a teacher, and we were total opposites. We were the total opposites attract situation. After about 4 years, he became addicted to heroin, and I got him in a rehab. Rather than sticking to the program, he felt that robbing banks at gunpoint was a better idea. He went missing after that. I called the state police and helped him get caught and put into federal prison for 12 years. My God, today, I have not read this. Wow. He is out now and sometimes still tries to contact me. Recently, he was arrested again for possession with intent to sell heroin, so nothing has changed. I am now happily married to a really amazing man who is on the straight and narrow. Man, I dodged a bullet. Yes, you did. Feel free to share. Thank you so much, sis. Wow, I'm telling you, this is my first time reading this. I never read that. But yeah, you dodged a bullet. You sure did dodge a bullet. Your story sounds like somebody from Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup. What was her name? She was the chick that had the red hair who banged that dude right out of prison in the woods. They pulled over and they had sex in the woods. And like after in her confessional, she was like, I'm shaking. It was so good. It was everything that I thought it would be. She got prison peen right out of prison, like right out of prison, and had sex in the woods on some rocks. And they show her boots in the air like clicking. That's what that story sounds like. You both dodged bullets. Thank you for sharing. Shonda say, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yeah, she sure did dodge a bullet. Good for her. Thank you again for allowing me to tell your story. If you guys have not similar stories, but if you have your own love during or love after lockup stories, let your girl know and I will share them with our subscribers. Miss T said the angry girl with the red hair. Yes. What was her name? I feel like it was a C name. Was it Courtney? What's her name? Courtney? She was with that guy who was back in prison. The one who was so who loved prison. The one who was just like, I lived a good life in prison. And we were all like, what? What? He came from a good home, but just did not want to stop doing meth. Like literally, it was just like he felt like it was a recreational drug for him and that he could handle it. But he just did not like working. He did not want to be responsible. He just wanted to do meth and go back to prison. Listen. Yes, Shonda, thank you so much. Shonda said, please like the video and subscribe. Yes, Star Family. We do comedic reviews over here. We also talk about how to make the best macaroni and cheese for the holidays. Yes, her name was Heather. Thank you, Gently. Heather. Yes. You remember them cowboy boots that she had in the air? Just a clicking as he was taking her to Pound Town. Oh, was it? No, it wasn't Heather. You guys are right. It was Caitlin. Heather was with Dylan. Thank you so much, Bombshell Blurred. It was Caitlin. Yes, Caitlin. Heather was with Dylan. Yeah, Caitlin. Caitlin and was it you guys said Matthew? Yeah, Caitlin and Matthew. Yep. Dylan didn't like prison. Is he back in prison? I wouldn't be surprised because this whatever he was selling on his Instagram, scamish. Very, very scamish. Let me try to find him. See how he's doing. Ooh. Child, you dodged a bullet, Dylan. I'm not looking for Heather because the last time I was on Heather's Instagram, I was very disturbed. Child, they say when you go searching for something, you're going to find just what you're looking for. I was very disturbed and I did not go back. What's Dylan's last name? What is Dylan's last name? Or what's his Instagram name if you guys know? Because all these other Dylans are coming up and I do not. It's not this one because this one is Caucasian. Oh, that's Dylan from The Bachelorette. From The Bachelor. No, not him. Let me get him out of my search history. I'm talking to our star family member who shared her story. Um, yeah, yeah. The last thing that I watched of her was the one where she was like the cops were following her, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm uncomfortable. I hope she's getting the help that she needs. God bless. Keep her in your prayers as well. Oh, thank you. Why? He's a lifestyle influencer and model. Well, he's doing some modeling. Is this woman his sister? Oh, wait, this is his woman, but they look alike. Oh, him and this girl look alike. This is creepy. But he seems to be doing better. Good for him. Good for him. He's literally dating his twin. He's literally dating his twin. Him and this woman look so much alike. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's Dylan and Dylan with the wig. That is weird. But he seems happy and healthy and doing good. we don't judge over here, bombshell blur. We do. Oh, he follows you back. Work. We do not judge over here. Miss T said, "I wonder how many of the couples will be familiar with on Love During Lockup. I hope there are new couples. No, I think they're all new couples. I from the trailer I saw tonight, I didn't recognize anybody. I hope they're all new couples. That would be a breath of fresh air, honestly. Honestly, Sarah." Sarah, the bombshell blurb said they do look so much alike. I was like, please check the DNA, but it's too late now. Listen, a lot of times people find out that they family, but sometimes the love and be so good, they let it go. They let it go. Anyway, speaking of letting things go, let me let this live go, guys, because I got to get back to work for this project that I'm working on. Keep me in your prayers as well. So the rest of this cast on Love After Lockup. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you again for taking time out of your evening to spend with me. It really does mean the world to me, guys. Please make sure when you leave that you leave liking the video. Please give your girl a thumbs up, thumbs down. It doesn't matter. It just lets the YouTube algorithm know that you like what we're doing over here. And I will see you all soon for the Real Housewives of Potomac. That'll be my next live, right? Yeah, the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm going to do 3 lives on Monday. Thanks, Dad, for giving me your stutter. We will be doing at 12 the Real Housewives of Potomac, at 2 p.m. the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and at 6:30 90 Day Fiance. Because I'm going to keep on doing 6:30 lives because it seems like that's a good time for a lot of our international subscribers, and we want to, be fair to everybody here because we're worldwide. We're worldwide. So we're going to keep the 6:30 lives, not often, but we're going to keep on doing at least a few a week. So anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you all soon. If you want to share your Love After Lockup story, please make sure you send them in to me as soon as possible. Also, please make sure you send in your small business if you want us to support your business this Black Friday or not. There are some people who are not shopping this Black Friday because you are protesting with a lot of the union workers. Listen, do what's best for you. Love you, family. See you soon. Bye. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Oh, we only got 12 likes? No, let's get them likes up. How can I see the likes? How can I see the likes? No. Give me likes, family. Let's do better. Let's do better with them likes. Give me your likes. Bye, Julia. Thank you so much, family. Good night.